We are finally here. Welcome back, Saurabh. Um as we had decided, we are doing this live session. So, those who have already joined us, who are waiting for us for this session, please
All right.
comment in the chat box so we know that you are here. So, I'll begin with the introducing. I'll begin with introducing myself first. My name is Akshay. So I work with the tutorial team, and we have with us Mr. Saurabh Gupta, who is the co-founder of tutoryalcom, and we have arranged this session called as how to achieve 10x growth. We actually saw that a lot of trainers and teachers and coaches, they were facing this issue of basically growing out of their current cocoon that they have basically grown into now. um, so we wanted to tackle this issue and help them to understand what they can do differently than what they're doing currently. And so this is why we arranged this session. So Saurabh, I'll ask you to kick off this session and begin with today. So over
Yeah.
to you.
Hello, everybody. So this is Saurabh, and I actually represent Tutorial around the world. Okay, uh, one of the best edtech platform going to be for everyone, right? And in last two sessions we spoke about the popularity of edtech and why platform like LMS is are really getting popular these days. And we also spoke about the why of tutorial, and there is a dire need of a platform like this, okay, now, as we are moving towards in the future. And I could say that online learning is officially the new normal when it comes to the knowledge economy, right? And before we get into the subject of how we can actually uh, achieve 10x growth as a consultant, as a learning consultant, as a trainer, as a coach, and all of us who are in the knowledge of, in this business of knowledge transfer in the world globally, right? Before that, let me give you a brief around tutorials. So I have worked in the industry for more than 15 years into L&D domain, and realized that the learning management system that we use, it's not that accessible, by people those who manage it, and people those who want to go there and learn things, accessing courses online. And there were some more facts, or I can say gaps, that was there, which we realized as a company, and we thought of working on it. So I would like to highlight those gaps here. First is learning accessibility. You know, if you talk about big LMSs that being used in the enterprise or in the world right now, okay, uh, the user interface is not that simplified that everybody and anybody would like to use it, without any hassles or without any reluctance. So that was really missing. Like, accessibility of learning is should be today like Netflix or Prime Video, right? You go there, access courses, pay for the course, take courses, and that's how it is, right? Secondly, platform getting enabled for, especially able to people, it's really missing. Like, how do you actually cater to the audience who is really especially able, right? How would they take learnings from an edtech platforms or an LMS? So that's the first vertical of tutorial when we're talking about the gaps. Secondly, second is the learning engagement, right? It's very important with the reducing span of attention for the learners. Okay? It is very, very important to engage them online, right? And with one stream of videos, with multiple platforms of running courses on videos, right? It becomes difficult to create that engagement in the mind of a learner, right? And that is very, very important. Where tutorial, we have actually kept, you can create entire curriculum like you used to create a course in the classroom, and using multiple file types, complete blended approach, where you can actually engage a learner right from a pre-read level to a level of assessments. And the third reason why tutorial was built is about learning implementation, which is at the core because people learn by doing things. Action learning is most critical part of any knowledge that you share. Right. So platforms today that we are using with standard offerings doesn't offer you that kind of approach where you can actually work on a task, do an activity, implement a project, right? So those gaps are always there because I believe the cementation of learning doesn't happen when you just absorb knowledge, keep grasping knowledge. So that doesn't happen. So it has to be somewhere to get registered in the mind. You have to use that learning always, and that's so these are the three philosophies, or I would say the compass for tutorial when we built that. And some of them has already been achieved, and some of them we are following with the product roadmap that we have already in place. So these are the whys of tutorial and why we are there today. Okay, so this was about tutorial.
Yeah.
Now let's,
Um,
yeah.
so I think with this brief introduction, maybe we can switch to the actual topic, which is the how to achieve the 10x growth and what is the situation in the market currently. Can you just elaborate on that little bit?
So as I said, when I started that online learning is officially the new normal of learning, right? And in a survey which was conducted by Thinkific and One Poll, you know it shows that from 2019 to 2021, you know the student demand in terms of the online courses, if we talk about personal development, has increased to 1270%. For business and marketing, 1820%. For fashion and beauty, 2300%. For software and technology, 3600%. So with this huge demand in the online learning, how can we face a challenge as such in terms of generating revenue or generating growth, when we talk about using multiple times growth, 10x growth that we are saying today? Okay, so somewhere we need to align with the strategy of education technology and and another strategy around around your course or your coaching sessions, right? When we talk about, and we can start from the basics, right? So let me tell you the first thing, and uh, I'll share my some of my study on top 20 creators of 2022 and how they are actually leading the show, how they are the players when it comes to online learning and selling courses, okay, of their niche, right? Now it starts with the niche. As I said, you know niche is very important. So somewhere we need to, when we want to go online, and this is where the future is going, and we need to see everybody has to, in this fraternity, everybody has to do what they are doing. Everybody is an expert on some or the other thing, right? So in the knowledge economy today, when we are talking about online, we have to find our own niche, something which we like solving, as a problem, something which can actually attract the audience, and at the same time you have the subject matter expertise on that. And for this, you don't need to have a very huge fan following on social media, in order to be successful today in this knowledge economy which we are talking about. And we are seeing top creators succeed with smaller and more engaged audiences. The key thing is, make sure that you are delivering the content of your particular audience that cares most about what they're looking for. Now, are we catering to what we're looking for, right? So when we are talking about this question of the challenges that we currently face, okay, on in terms of business growth, I would like to see if we have any questions from the audience. Right? Can you share some of the challenges that you're facing right now?
Um, Yeah. So there's this question from um, the audience. The first is like, how do you generate leads? Like, what can you do to generate leads? So can you just elaborate on that
Okay.
a little bit?
Okay. Any other questions?
No, as of now, only one question.
Okay, one question, right? So first, once your niche is defined, once you are clear with your niche, what you want to offer, right? And then you first select a platform, how you are going to offer, right? So you should have a place where your audience will visit first. So that is the one first thing to look after. So platform like Tutorial offers you a very simple user interface. Okay, and we have been our customers has already acknowledged us to be very simple and comprehensive in terms of creating a platform so that anybody can go and create a course. So you don't need, you know, training to use the platform, right? So once you decided on your niche, once you have your course ready, okay, and especially for the first timers, right? Don't go with so many things at the same time, right? You can start with just one course, right? And then look at how you are going to establish yourself as a valuable resource for the world, right?
Yeah.
That is very important. Like if you're establishing yourself, and how will you establish yourself? That's the first question. Second is that you need to establish yourself as a valuable resource which will add more value to your clients, right? Now then it comes, the first thing that you should do is focus on branding. You need to do some branding about you. Branding, you have to have a platform, you have to have a website which talks about you as a subject matter expert, as a coach, as a trainer, and then also about your offering, right? And then how will it how, as an offering and as a steps you will start, you need to be visible. And that's the most important question today when you talk about online. So website is creating your visibility, a platform on which your courses are present, you know, it's creating your visibility. Apart from that, you have to do lots of things, right, which you can do sitting at home easily. Creating a short video, you know, which aligns with the what's in it for them, right? And once your audience resonate with it, you know, they will respond to you. Do
Yeah.
webinars, right?
So on this point of resonating with the audience, I've heard this from a couple of instructors that I have interacted with. It's like whenever they have to have really good content, but they face this issue that a lot of people tend to drop out of their sessions. Like about 60 to 70% of people tend to drop out. So what would you tell us about that? Like why does this happen, and how can we prevent that?
See, I'll go back to the first what I said. We need to establish ourselves as a valuable resource so that people are able to see value in what I'm delivering, right? So that whole thing in terms of, like, suppose somebody is a coach. Now how do you establish that value? By asking right questions, that questions which actually let the coachee know the commonality in the experience, the commonality in terms of understanding of being in the same frame of reference, right? So you need to create that value through your questions. You need to create that value through creating commonality of experience. You need to create that value through by creating what's in it for them, right? And
Okay.
in branding, you need to do a lot of activities, like activities in terms of, you know, go out to give public presentations, create short videos of not your offering but about the problem that you are solving, so that somebody will resonate with the problem that they are seeking a solution for, right? You
Yeah.
can do podcasting, you can interview people live, go on, you know, you can join Toastmasters, it's free and it really gives you a huge network, right? Everybody
Yeah.
is saying network is a net worth. Get it, go to a place, hang out to a place where you have your audience, where you will find them, right? So do
Right.
live sessions, do webinars. Like Tutorial helps you to do webinar and at the same time collect those leads inside our platform so that you can later follow up them, you know, email market them, right?
Yeah.
Newsletters is a huge source of you know creating a community, right?
Yeah, and
Now, so
based on that point, based on the that point, we have our next um, next question, which is like how to create a community around your course, like how to put a sense of community, like wherein they can the people who are actually taking courses, how can they interact among themselves, how can we ensure that?
so it's like, there is something, a blurring line between free and paid thing, right? Offering a pre-course, offering a free session, offering a free course, offering a free content, right?
Right.
And you're doing a valuable live session for 1 hour, free webinars, right? If you are able to establish yourself as a valuable resource in these, through these BTM, right? You will be able to do that. Go on Quora, answer some questions related to the problem that you're trying to solve. Go on LinkedIn, use LinkedIn newsletters. People, those who subscribe for these newsletters, would be interested in this subject and must be looking forward to it, right? You can
Yeah.
use Reddit, you know, Reddit, similar to Quora, like you have a huge audience there.
Yeah.
So you need to work on what they're looking forward to based on, uh, content around that, right? And now, most importantly, you have to be very, very consistent in your content marketing, right? Because once a customer, always a customer, and then it creates more referrals for you. Newsletters, blocking, write blogs. You are into a field of knowledge transfer. You write, you read, you are already those, you have those, you already have those cognitive, aspects of things to do that, right? You can write guest posts on some websites, on some blog websites, right? You can answer, like I said, go on Quora, do, answer questions on social media groups, Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, and add value to the whole audience. I have seen groups up to 1 lakh, 3 lakh people on LinkedIn for
Right.
ICF coaching groups, learning groups. So
Right.
to actually, if you ask me, to create a community around you and your course and your offering, you need to give multiple entry points to your customers to for your business. Multiple entry
Okay.
point for your customers to your business. Memberships, okay. Communities, create communities, talk in the communities, give them digital downloads, give them lead magnets, write a white paper, write something that you can share, okay. Trust me, newsletter has a much, it's most powerful thing that you can do. You are a coach, offer a free assessments. You are a coach, you can offer the first quick problem, to solve first quick problem of your client. If you can solve that, the first problem, they are yours, right? So
Yeah.
these are the ways we need to create the community around your course that you're offering, around your coaching sessions that you're offering, so that they are with you, right? They are with you.
Right.
So that's what the top 20 creators in the world right now they're doing. They are creating a community around your offering, right? Through these things, so that you can do a proper content marketing. You can actually create a better relationship. You can become a part of community, create a community, right? And then start with creating value through free things, complementary things, like free courses, free session, discovery calls, trust calls, all those
Yeah.
things that you can do, free webinar, right?
Yeah.
So these are the things that you can do.
Yeah. So this adding value through free things kind of sounds like the bundling of different items or different things together. So basically, how does bundling multiple learning products work together, like for the creator and for the learner in as a whole?
Right. See, bundling works for people those are already there. I have tried one course and they have seen the success. So because for first timers, testing the success is very important. Right. It's very important. So they start with one course, create a community around that course, and then they can actually taste that thing, and then they could go for it. Today, creators are actually, if you ask me, there are almost 3 times increase in the bundle offerings. Right. So what we need to do is to give your audience a variety of different ways to engage with your brand, right? Depending on how deep they want to go. The goal is to build an onion of learning content with more basic or accessible content such as downloadable ebooks, right? Serving as your outer layer, and more advanced or high content such as one-on-one coaching towards the core, right? So you offer a basic course or maybe a very low price course, okay, and then create that value for yourself, and then you can actually then pitch the premium at the end, right? So think about this onion with an outer layer, okay, with a basic course or free course, more accessible, more accessible knowledge package, and then you are taking the customers to the high value content which is paid, towards the core, right? So
Yeah.
one for all those who are there and trying this out, trust me, this is not the time to just focus on one course. They're going to be a multi-product selling, what we are saying. A multi-product selling will work to create much more larger value in terms of package for your audience, three times, four
Yeah.
times rise. And the top 20 creators in the world are doing that, trying that out, right? But
Yeah.
it's a yes for first timers, bite only what you can chew. Focus on making one amazing learning product or service first, topics, and expand it to the related topics later. And once you know the students and you are able to engage them properly, and you are happy with the quality, and you are getting really a good feedback, right? It is very important point that we need to do take the feedback, have a proper review, and track the engagement as well whenever you are doing the
Yeah.
entire thing, when you are actually creating a community around this course and delivering a
Yeah.
course, right?
Yeah.
So, and let me tell you how, for people those who are already trying this out, how can you actually compete with these standard offerings in the market? If we are
Right.
talking about, this is one of the major challenges that we have right now, because I see that standard offerings are like starting from 449 or 500 rupees for a course, let's say time management, or even a coaching course is being offered. So it's a very important that, see, you are already a trainer and a coach and a L&D consultant. You already have a niche. When I say niche, one is the subject, and there is other is this industry. Like suppose you have experience on the farming industry, you have pharma industry, you have experience on the manufacturing industry, you have experience on the IT industry, for a particular subject which needs to be dealt differently when it comes to creating a context with the workplace. Of course, the culture of a pharma company in terms of managing time would be different than a manufacturing company. Of course,
Yes, absolutely.
of course the of course the working process of a IT industry will be different for, when we talk about time management. Now understand the process, the systems, the culture, everything. Let's say it is related to an emotional intelligence, a subject as such, right? It will differ from industry to industry. You know that niche, you know that how emotional intelligence subject can be dealt with when we're talking about IT industry, how emotional intelligence subject can be dealt with when talking about pharma industry. You can create these niche on an edtech platform like Tutorial, create these courses, and then start building the community around it. Also, you can offer this to your existing clients, corporate clients, suppose they have 5,000 employees. Even if you offer at a price very less than what the standard offering is, about like I say 450 rupees or 500 rupees, to 5,000 employees, offering a course for 500 rupees gets you how much,
Yeah. That's quite a lot.
right? Right.
Yeah.
So that's called the 10x growth. For one
Yeah.
course of, at you're selling one course for 100 rupees for a company which can access your platform and take this course online for 100 rupees. Suppose they have 25,000 employees.
Yeah.
How does the growth look like for you? How does it how are you able to compete with the standard offering, which has no relevance to the industry, which has no relevance to the context, of the world, right?
Yeah.
So this can give you more than 10x revenue, 500x revenue, 1000x, 2000x revenue, if you are able to
Yes.
create courses for the niche you work with, right? You know,
I
you
understand.
yeah,
This leads us to the next part in this session, which is the relationships that we have with the audience.
right.
Yeah. So how do we take control of these relationships, and how do we leverage them to grow further? Like, what should we do?
See, it is a very important question. I've seen people and coaches, trainers having thousands of followers on social media, right? So we have got to own this relationship, convert these followers into paying customers, convert these followers, you know, by creating a direct connection with your audience, those who are following you. And then you can easily promote your new learning or products that you are selling, you know, with direct connections. There could be several ways to approach them, like taking a feedback on what you did, you know, taking more inputs. So there are ways, you are a trainer, you are a coach, you know how to break the ice, right? You ice break with them, reach out to them, talk to them, and bring, convert them from followers to a customer, right? So you need to start looking for ways to, how to own this relationship of this 10,000 followers or 20,000 followers, 1,000 of followers with your audience, right? And then it is actually depending on creating that community that we were talking about in audio offering. Free coaching,
Yeah.
free lessons, pre-orders, okay. In course upsell you can do, like I talked about, like offer for, let them join for $10, and then you can when you are able to add value to the entire thing, you can offer place them a one-on-one session outside of the platform, where you can actually have you know that premium fees that you can charge for them, okay.
Yeah.
Rather than selling a course for $5,000, put it into a show that how are you actually helping a customer pay just $100 a month, right? So that value needs to be created, so that once they
Yeah.
come in, they are there with you, right? Subscriptions are opening up a whole new world of opportunity for all of us.
Yeah.
Subscriptions are actually, you are asking for the same course of $2,000 to pay $50 a month.
Yeah.
It looks small, and when they are in, they see value and they are continuing with you.
Yeah.
So why subscriptions are playing a big role? Because it attracts the learner at that small price. And let me tell you, there are several ways you can do that. Several ways you can do that. Because what is happening, that organic reach, let's also accept this fact that the organic reach on platform like Facebook is actually declining slowly and steadily.
Yeah.
And you need to go for the campus to bring more customers,
Yeah, and
right?
I think that's mainly because the span of attention for an average user is declining rapidly. Like, you cannot
Right.
focus on a single post or something like that for more than 10 seconds, I guess. So you need to be able to catch the eye of the person who is actually viewing your content. That is something
Right. So
we have to address.
rightly. So see, today content creators in the world are attracting. I'm not talking about 2022 right now. I'll say that more than 40% or around 45% of the users are not just using one strategy of bringing traffic or generating more sales, right? There
Yeah.
is social media traffic. Social media traffic only accounts for 58% of it. So it's a huge chunk, right? 58% of social media traffic. Then you can also use older methods of listing the leads, word of mouth, paid advertising, built-in audience, affiliate marketing, online marketplace like Udemy and all, that is there. But but the major chunk is on the social media traffic, calling the
Yeah.
leads directly, word of mouth, paid advertising, and built-in audience I will not talk about.
Yeah.
So when you do the first one-on-one connect with your followers, so idea is like, what See, if we are there for a purpose on social media, you already have some thousand of followers or 1,500 followers. What will you do? How you gonna do? How you gonna actually convert them into active paying customers, or convert them into a customer? That's the most important question right now. So I would
Yeah.
also say that key, out of these strategic, like when I talk about social media traffic, sales tactics, list leads, calling the leads directly, sales tactics, word of mouth, paid advertising, built-in audience, affiliate marketing, once online marketplace. So these are the several sales tactics, right? So almost, you know, four out of these is commonly used by every top content creators.
Yeah.
At least four of these,
I agree.
so
Um,
so these are the tactics we need to use while we are creating a community around the course. And then obviously you need to actually utilize those followers that are there, reach out to them, convert them. I'm sure you'll do a it will actually create a huge growth for you in terms of revenue. If you're able to
yeah.
convert them, you convert them, bring them out, connect with them, personally, personalize it, and then do email marketing. You can do reach out to them, and then that's how you actually start building relationship. So that's the work, owning the relationship from a follower, because a follower is following you because of the content that you're pushing in the social media, right? So you
Right.
own that relationship. You need to bring them out of there, you know to be your customer. But that start from building a
Absolutely.
relationship. So absolutely.
Yeah. And
Right.
so there's something called as value based pricing.
Right.
Please explain to us like how that works out. Like, how do you price your content or your products based on the value that they are providing? How do you exactly determine the value of of a product?
See, so I'll go back to my first statement when I said that establish yourself as a
Yeah.
valuable resource, right? So, how do you let people know who you are, what you're doing, what you're offering, and how much worth is that you're trying to create for everyone? Right? So, idea is like, rather than asking a student to pay up a steep amount of fees, right? Asking
Yeah.
a learner or a student or a coaching. So what top creators do is they're switching to a subscription based pricing, as I said, where students pay a lower monthly fees for as long as they are seeing value in the content.
Yeah.
So around the value that you create, they will be there for you. This gives you it gives you more predictable revenue and a reason to invest in the ongoing quality of your courses.
Yeah.
Right? You can predict that as well. and
Yeah.
and and then with the feedback and review and the engagement tracking that we are doing, you'll be able to keep improvising on that meanwhile you are actually continuing this. So I'll tell you that in 2022, this year, there will be almost subscription based offers would be almost twice than what it was happening before, right? And
Right.
when you are able to actually create value for these students or learners or a coaching who are coming into you, then the chances is almost double that you'll be able to upsell them for additional learning content. It's
Yeah.
almost double. Once they
Yeah.
are in, they say value in it, you can actually upsell them one-on-one coaching, upsell them one-on-one, skill development, and even higher value course for them, right? So as I said, bring in more students, by lowering the initial cost for access, right? Because what would you rather pay $500 for a course you are not sure? I would like to have, rather have a $50 for a month at a time. Monthly subscriptions
Yeah.
actually shift the focus away from hard selling, for a huge amount, and it is more towards delivering quality content students can actually use and interact with over a longer period of time.
Right.
So when someone sees a value for longer period of time, it has another advantage of actually they will go out and talk about it. So rehashing happens very fast. You will get
Yeah.
huge referrals, right? So affiliations are also happening through this. People like it. So offer free courses, offer downloadables to get student interested, again, creating the community around the course, about creating a value. So you need to attract people for that, you know. So at this point of time, you are already here at this step by already creating value through this. And we need to start experimenting with these subscriptions and upselling, and I'm sure it has a huge potential. Suppose, understand, free assessment, you offer a free assessment, it has a huge power. If you do a
Yep.
behavioral for a coach, if you do, or a trainer, if you do a free assessment for someone, for for behavior analysis, this gives them huge reflection. They will think about it. If you're able to add value by debriefing those assessment results, right, they are there with you. And this is what I'm talking about: adding more, upselling the additional learning content, our sessions for a coach, right? Like I said, solving one quick problem for free to give them a taste of success, right? So
Yeah.
somebody who is coming to you, giving his time for taking an assessment, reading your material that you are actually uh, pushing on social media or sharing with them, and sharing the problem with you and giving some time for a discovery call, it is there is something, they are interested, or at least the attraction has happened. If you follow the ida principle, so attraction has happened. Now interest will get created in the whole session that you have done for them, the whole analysis on the behavior that you've done using assessment, right? So that will create interest, and then you know they would have a desire to at least do some action in
Yeah.
terms of subscribing your course, action in terms of buying a course or a coaching session and all, right?
Yeah.
So these are
Right.
very important things,
So, so I just want to ask one more thing. That is, um, the inorganic marketing, and how does it play into the hands of the trainers? Like, how does it help you enhance your growth um, instantly, or what is the success rate in inorganic marketing, if I can summarize that?
success rate is, as I said, that the organic value of social media, especially Facebook and Instagram, has actually been declining steadily. And uh, and the Facebook ads, Instagram ads, actually it really helps. Like if I talk about, suppose you have a course on tutorial, right? And so when you create a course on tutorial, it actually creates a landing page automatically, right? So
Right.
can you show Akshay, a landing page, how does it look like on tutorial?
Yeah. Yeah. Just a sec. So when you come onto this platform,
Right.
can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. When you come onto this platform, every single course that is created on the platform gets its separate landing page. Like, for example, this is a landing page that is created. Of course, there's no need for coding or anything. All of that is created automatically. Okay.
Right.
And so this landing page can be actually used for the social media marketing purpose. So,
Right.
yeah, and the teaser part actually is available on the landing page itself. So you can put in a YouTube video straight away, and you can use
Right.
this for basically to attract people. The first sight, first impression, give something for them, and get them enrolled from here straight away. That is how a
Right.
landing page works on it.
So now people outside, they invest a lot of money to create a landing page. Then they spend money on the ads to bring traffic on your course page, right? And that's how it works. Like you need to increase traffic and on your landing page so that people would be able to subscribe it, right? So here what happens is, when you create a course, you have an automatic landing page, you don't have to pay anything extra, right? And then you can bring traffic through campaigns, which is really successful, right? Depending what kind of campaign needs to be run today, for coaches and training fraternity, conversion ads are more result oriented. Even lead generation campaigns are more result oriented. You can do that, bring it over here, right? There are, I've just found some good stuff on in one of my research. Like there are 12 types of traffics for coaches that you can actually bring in. Okay, Akshay, can you share it with everyone, right?
Yeah, just give me 1 second.
Right. So that is happening. So this, so when you're doing that, inorganic marketing, as I say, the social media uh, traffic is almost contributing to 58%. So it is achieved through paid ads, right? Through PPC, paying per click, the Google ads that you run. So these are actually contributing to more than 50% of the process that you can actually use to generate more leads. Okay, like for your courses that you can do.
Yep. Is that visible now?
Yeah, yeah. So there are several ways, where you can use to bring traffic to your page. Okay, and people go to that website. Like suppose you have a platform already uh, for courses, people would go there, check your course descriptions, check your teaser of what this is all about, what are you going to cover on those things. So there are several ways you can bring people to this. You can simply share a link with someone, they can have a look on it. Okay, subscribe and all. Best way on tutorial is, on tutorial, if Akshay could show it. Okay, you can actually create a live class, list a live class for free. You can invite people in that class, and then you are able to actually generate more leads for your class, and then you can start building community around those leads. Suppose 100 people come to your webinar, you are going to engage them by through building a community around your course, right? Through newsletters, through your videos, through your content marketing, through your affiliations, you can help them. So that's how it is done, right?
Yeah. So when you actually want to create a live class on tutorial, it's quite easy. Like it takes only a few steps. So I'll just quickly guide through those steps. So there's a separate module for live classes on tutorial, wherein you can just click on add new live classes button, and list in the things like title. You can actually put in any URL into it. So basically the URL for the video conferencing platform that you share, it may be for it could be for Teams, Google Meet, Zoom, any of the video conferencing platform. You have to update things like the date, start time and end time of the class, and add the short and long descriptions of the live class that you're put in other things like requirements, outcomes, and basically if you're selling it at a price or free, you can select that, and you can just list it. Like once you click on submit, a new live class is created straight away. So that is something that you can do on tutorial. Yeah. And so in this process actually you end up creating an entire um, landing page for the live class in itself, so which is also visible on your home page, and that landing page can again be used to drive traffic onto the platform. So it's a complete cycle that you can create on tutorial. It's a very good feature actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we have any questions on any of the discussion that we had.
um let's wait in for a few questions if someone puts it into the chat.
Okay.
Okay, so there's this question that has come up, which is how do you convert followers into paying customers? Like you might have certain number of followers on social media platform.
Right, right, right.
Like if you have a YouTube channel and you have subscribers, but how do you get them to buy the course?
So you need to find, as I said, we need to find opportunities to transition them off the platform, right?
Okay.
Like social media, as we're talking about. How do you break the ice with them? Small things could be, asking for a feedback of the content that you share, breaking the ice with respect to, thanks for liking my, you know video or a post, I wanted to know more about it. This is what I do for living, what all you do. Okay. And anyway, you can do that, right? You need to
So
find ways to break the ice with that.
yeah, so breaking ice is the key to converting
Yes,
followers, I guess. Yeah,
absolutely. Somebody is following you, you can obviously go and check their handles, right? You can obviously check their, you
yeah,
can also talk about something similarity. So it's all
yeah,
about building a rapport. And
yeah,
there are actually a couple of things that you can do to build rapport with people you don't know, talking about a situation, anything. If you see that what are their likings, you can talk about that. And you say that.
yeah,
Secondly, you can actually create interest in something, like they are already liking your post and your content that you are saying. You can talk about that subject, right? You
yeah,
can ask for a review, you can ask for a feedback, and you can also ask, you know what all they'd like to know, what all content they would like to see on your platform. So these are the ways you can actually break the ice with people, right?
yeah. That's right.
And you are a trainer. You would obviously find a way to break the ice. you,
Yes,
you you solve
absolutely.
problems, right? You are a coach, you solve problems, so you can obviously break the ice. You know how to, put people onto reflection, ask more questions, ask the right questions, in fact, I would say.
Right.
Right.
So that actually brings us to the end of the questions
Right.
that we have. And what we have right now is a coupon code which is only there for a few days till the
Right.
next week, Monday, I think. So we have this coupon code for all the viewers who are online with us today. And you can use this coupon code to buy any of the packages for tutorial.com. Um, yeah, so Saurabh, you can just call
Yeah.
them
So
like.
you can actually you so today, who all are there with us, okay, you can subscribe tutorial at a flat 30% discount using this
Yeah,
coupon code for either for monthly or for annual subscriptions for basic pro plus packages. Or also, if you want to have a demo, of your platform, here is the link. Please share the link, Akshay. Here is the
yeah,
link. You can actually book a demo with our team. Okay, have a look at the platform, understand how those principles, or the compass that we're using to move forward in our product roadmap or tutorial in terms of learning accessibility, learning engagement, and learning implementations, and how these are actually getting converted into codes for you, right? Have a feel of the platform, subscribe for it. You can book a demo and
yeah,
take a trial as well if you want to. If you are someone who would like to experiment on your own, you can obviously take a trial. We are sharing the link over here for taking a trial. So we have 7 days trial on tutorial, right? You can take a trial, upload your course, do some test webinars, or sessions, live sessions, offer some premiums to people, you know connect with them, create a community around it, and then we are always there for you if you want to, right? So
yeah.
this is the coupon code. We'll write it in the chat box as FLAT flat 30 for us.
At 30, and that's the coupon code. And that
Right.
actually brings us to the end of today's session. Um,
All right. So I'm
and
looking
all the,
forward to much more interesting, discussions with you all in terms of, how can you actually grow with a
yeah,
platform like tutorial. And we have our own niche, and we have got to do things that we have got to do in terms of our business, right? But we need to step into the future together, and where my expertise, your expertise, when it collaborates, it can help you make world a better place.
yeah,
Education technology or online learning is the new normal. We need to accept that, right? In market, 65% or more than 65% of the offerings when it comes to personal development or coaching or online courses or cohort courses are online. And it is time now to beat the dilution of price in the market with standard offering by creating your own niche, launching yourself, through platform like Tutorial, where you just need to focus on your course and your marketing, nothing else. Everything else is taken care by the platform, right? So it has student management, it has course management, it has payment management, system management. It has very well organized, like a one page note you used to make in your classroom to create a curriculum. You can create a curriculum like that on our platform, okay, as a blended approach. You can always keep it hybrid. You can always keep it hybrid, but let's understand that if 65% offering in the market or in the world today is online, we need to align ourselves with that, right? We can also talk about in the next sessions, maybe we can talk about only on inorganic marketing. How does it work when it comes to uh, you and you, right? The one who is
Yep.
actually in the business of knowledge transfer. So
Yes.
thank you so much everyone for your time, and I hope I have been able to add value, uh, you know,
Yep.
to your business. Okay,
Yep.
thank you so much.
And I think we should
See you
we
again.
should also talk with the people in the next session about how they can actually create their content and deliver it effectively. That is something that people are actually looking forward to learning more about. So we can have that topic as
Yes,
well.
and
Yeah.
let's also talk about in that. I think that's thanks to bring it up, because a lot of people feel that how we need this setup, expensive setups, studio to record a course is not like that. With the most affordable solutions and devices, you can create a beautiful course, for yourself,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And around that course, then you need to actually build the community,
Yep.
you know
So
and then
yeah.
offer them the value that you can offer them. That's all it is.
So that's about it.
All
So
right.
we'll take your leave now. Thank you for everyone who joined us on this session, and we look forward to hearing from you
And
and
seeing you
meeting you in the
again.
next one. Yeah,
Yeah.
seeing you again.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Take care. See you again.
See you. Bye.